Hey, what's wrong with you, man? You ain't subscribed yet? IUIC Atlanta Burning 2.0. What you waiting on? Get it done. Do it now.
Hey, get them clicks, get them likes, and subscribe. Do it now.
What's your name, bro? What is it? Trey. Trey, I got a question. First question. Why are you so worried about the other nations right now? What you worried about the white man for?
Bring it out.
That's a question. I want you to answer that. Why are you worried about the white man, bro?
I thought we all was God's people.
Okay, you thought we all was God's people, right? Do you think that white man give a damn about you?
Bring it out.
I'm just asking, because the last I looked in the news,
Probably not.
there ain't no probably. You been in jail? How they treat you in jail, brother? Huh? The whole system is rigged to keep you down. For instance, right? All right, so you've been in jail. When you look around, you look in the neighborhood, how many people you know that done been in jail? And then when they come out, do they get themselves together? Majority of them, they don't. But we'll take that same style, like for instance, you're sagging, right? You know that originated in jail. Why do we live like that now? Why do we do that now? I'm asking, why you wear your pants like that now? But we should have some type of thought into how we look and how we present ourselves. But those things have been taken from us. Watch this. Give me that in Sirach. Read that.
Sirach, chapter 19, verse 29. A man may be known by his look.
What did he say?
A man may be known by his look.
The Lord said a man shall be known by the way that he look. Watch this.
And one that hath understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him.
So your first impression, when you get dressed in the morning, you go to look in the mirror, whatever, make sure, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying, I got the drip on, whatever the case. But no, we supposed to look at ourselves and be like, all right, this go with this. All right, I'm presenting myself as a man when I leave the house.
Right.
You understand? But when I turn around and I just let my pants, it shows something about you. Watch this. Read that again.
One that hath understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him.
Read.
A man's attire.
It says what?
A man's attire.
Trey, what is attire? Your clothing. It says a man's attire. Go ahead.
And excessive laughter. And gait.
And the way that he walked, the way that he carry himself. Go ahead.
Shew what he
It
is.
shows what type of man this man is. Because you got men that walk around dressed like women. You got men that don't mind showing they act, bro. That's what we used to look when I was younger, bro. We would look for the women to be walking around with their thongs and shit showing out of their pants. You understand? Now the men walk around with their drawers showing. Bro, what's going on here? Somebody lied to you, Trey. And you know what? You said you go to church?
I ain't been to church in a minute, but I used to go to church.
What do you believe in? Go to Isaiah 20. What do you believe in?
I believe Jesus was the Son of God. It's the Son of
So you believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I believe.
Watch this. Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 4. You believe in the Bible, right? So now the Lord just said,
That's all I was taught.
that's all you was taught. And now listen, you should believe in God, but you got to believe in the God of this Bible, not what Christianity taught you. Because you could go in a Christian church like that. They tell you, hey, come as you are, stay as you are, all that nonsense, right? They don't want you to change. The Bible promotes change. Watch this.
Who say y'all? Who say they ain't right? Y'all wrong.
That's a good question. I'm going to answer that. Read this real quick.
Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 4. So shall the king of Assyria lead away the Egyptians, prisoners, and the Ethiopians, captives, young and old, naked and barefoot, even with their buttocks.
Even with what?
Their buttocks uncovered.
Guess what? The heathen desire you to dress like that. The heathen desire for you to look less than a man. The Lord said a man got to be known by his look. You got to stand up like a man out here. You understand? Now you said, how do you know what we teaching is the truth, right? Watch this. Go to Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 2 first. Proverbs 4 and 2, and then we're going to go to Psalms. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 2. For I give you good doctrine.
When it says I give you, who's speaking? It says, read it again.
For I give you.
It said, for I give you. What are we reading? Whose words are these? This is God's words, right? So the Lord said what?
For I give you.
The Lord said, I'm giving you what?
Good doctrine.
He said, I'm giving you a good doctrine. So this is the doctrine we got to go by. What's God's doctrine?
Forsake ye not my law.
The Lord said, the law that I give you, that is the doctrine that you teach. The Christian church, they ain't never taught you to pull your damn pants up. They ain't never taught you that. You smoke? I bet you this pastor, what's that pastor name that's trying to sell all the weed and all that? What's the name?
I don't even know his name.
Jamal Bryant, he talking about selling weed. You know he probably smoking. They don't mind you coming in there. Hey, come at you. Oh, listen, they tell you all kind of things like King Solomon smoked and all this other nonsense. Bro, listen, no. The Lord said, do not forsake the laws of God. Here's the truth. You got it? Psalms 119, 142. We're going to show you what the truth is, brother. You no longer you got to live in a lie.
Right.
You understand? But it comes with application, Trey. You can't leave here being the same man that you are. You got to change. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. And thy law,
Thy what?
Thy law is the truth.
So there's the truth right there. It's the laws of God. So now we got to get into them laws, Trey. You got a girl? You do. What?
Kinda, sorta.
Kind of, sort of. What that mean?
I ain't got no man, girl.
You ain't got no man, girl.
No man, girl.
No man, girl. Okay. So you whoremongering around. You hitting whatever come your way.
No, not that. I'm just still looking.
You still looking, but you hitting things. You hitting. Yeah. You sexually active, Trey. Right? You out here knocking off whatever you can knock off, Trey. No. Give me that. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
The Lord said marriage is honorable. So this is the law. You understand? Huh? I can't hear you. You knew that part was coming. All right, watch this. I'm going to show you another part, though. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
So the Lord said marriage is honorable. And what you do in your bed with your wife, with your one wife, there's nothing wrong with that. All right? As long as you're going by the laws of sex in the Bible. Meaning you can't be going and sleeping with women, with your wife on her menstrual and all that. You can't do all that. You understand? That's nasty. It's filthy to the Lord. Go ahead.
But whoremonger,
Say, but what?
whoremonger,
It's talking about you, Trey. If you going around sleeping from woman to woman to woman, you are a whoremonger. You're a man-hoe. That's what the Lord saying. He said, but a whoremonger, go ahead,
and adulterer,
and somebody that don't mind stepping out on his main chick. You understand?
But I don't have a man chick though.
Okay, so even still, so you might not be in the midst of adultery, but you still fornicating though. You still a whoremonger, Trey. Right? Go ahead.
but whoremongers and adulterers.
Now, all that is funny to say, right? It's funny to admit that. It's like, yo, I'm knocking off, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's cool to say that until this part right here. What'd he say? But whoremongers and adulterers. Go ahead.
God will judge.
What the Lord say?
God will judge.
The Lord will judge you, Trey.
That's right.
Now, let's think about this. What's some judgments of the Lord, Trey? Think about that. When you went to court, right? Whatever you went to jail for. When you went in there and that judge went ahead and judged you, what they hit you with? They hit you with, they sentenced you on something, right? Did it feel good? Hell no. So when the Lord say he gonna judge you, you think it's gonna feel good? I'm asking. Because in the church they say God is good all the time, right? Okay, but the Lord just said, if you out here sleeping from woman to woman to woman, he gonna judge you. That's what he said. Watch this. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
No. 61. Come on.
Verse 61. Also, every sickness
The Lord said, every sickness. Watch this.
and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
Guess what? STDs and all kind of cancers and things like that, you can't find it in the Bible.
Right.
So the Lord said, all these sicknesses, go ahead.
Them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Until you die, Trey. The Lord ain't going to hold you faultless. You keep going around the home. Give me Deuteronomy 23:17. You keep going around home and sleeping with all the sisters out here. You defiling the Lord's daughters. Oh, I'm going to show you. Watch this. Read that verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore.
No what?
Whore of the daughters of Israel.
Guess what? The Lord said none of his daughters could be a whore. So if you going around and you hoeing them sisters out, the Lord ain't going to leave you faultless, bro. You are to blame. You got to listen, what you see right now, right? When you went to jail, matter of fact, majority of the men in them jails, you know they was raised by single black women, single black and Hispanic women. The dads wasn't home because they doing the same thing, being a rolling stone, going over here, sleeping with this one, sleeping with that one, in and out of jail. We got to break that cycle. The Lord said can't no whores be amongst his daughters. So that means you got to stand up now. Give me 1 Kings 2.
No.
You understand that? So now for the people that don't know, I'm going to show you. For the people that don't know. Or was never taught. I got you. We're going to go to Romans 2 after this. Read that. I'm going to show you. Read that.
1 Kings chapter 2 verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore.
So the Lord said we got to be strong out here, Trey, because there's temptations everywhere you look. Trust me. We all go to Walmart. We all got to walk through there and see the women in the yoga pants with their nipples showing through their shirt. We got to see that filth. We men, we in the flesh. You think we don't catch ourselves? Oh, man, damn, let me not look over there. At one point, I had to send my wife to Walmart. I said, you go to Walmart. I'm going to sit in the car. I don't want to see all that. You gotta learn to be strong out here, to fight against the temptations out here. You understand? Read.
Be strong thou therefore, and shew thyself a man.
When we do that, when we are able to resist temptation and keep the commandments of the Lord, we show ourselves to be men. That's what the Lord is looking for men. The reason why our neighborhoods is all decrepit is because of the lack of leadership. It's the lack of men of the Lord that's going to stand up for the Lord and keep the commandments and teach them. You understand? Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments.
The Lord said we got to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So that means you got to stop hoeing around. Go to Romans chapter 2, verse 11. You got to stop hoeing around. Whether you knew or didn't know, guess what? You know right now.
That's right.
Read that. Romans 2 and 11.
Romans chapter 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with God.
The Lord said there is no respect of person. You know what that means? That means even if me and you commit the same sin, right? I was a whoremonger at one point. You was a whoremonger. If we both was in the midst of whoremonger, but I knew better and you didn't, right? We both get judged. There's no respect of persons with the Lord. He don't give a damn about that part. This is how we know. Keep reading.
For as many as have sinned without law,
So those that sin not knowing the law, go ahead,
shall also perish.
shall also what?
Perish.
Shall also die. Perish means die. Judgment is death. That's what the Lord is saying. What did he just say? Read that part again.
For as many as have sinned without law, shall also perish without law.
So you're still going to get judged, whether you knew or not. Go ahead.
As many as have sinned in the law,
And those that grew up in the law, those that knew, go ahead,
shall be judged by the law.
they're still going to get judged either way. There's no excuses with the Lord, Trey. You got to make a decision now. Go to Deuteronomy 30 and 19. You got to make a decision now. Because when you leave here, Trey, you mark.
Bring it out.
Yeah. Hey, it sounds funny, right? Watch this. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
Oh, what? Read it again.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
The Lord said he recorded this day against you, Trey. If anything is against you, is that good or bad? If it's against you, yeah. Watch this.
That I have set before you life and death.
The Lord said you got to make a choice. I set before you life and death. When you sin, guess what that brings forth? Guess what the judgment is for sin? Say it again. It's death. It's death. So now you gotta make a decision now. What are you going to do, Trey? Are you going to continue down the lifestyle, the life path that you on?
What life path I'm on?
You on a life of sin. You just admitted to being a whoremonger.
You know?
Sleeping with other women. We just showed you that the Lord, give me 1 Corinthians 3:16. We just showed you out of the law that the Lord said he will judge you. Matter of fact, go to Sirach 23:17. You gotta now look at the Bible in a different lens. All that you've been taught in the Christian church, bro, they lied to you, bro. They lied to you. The Lord giving you time right now. He let you come up here to the prophets right now so that you can learn who you are and then you can start to live like it. You understand that? Watch this.
Sirach chapter 23, verse 17.
You know?
All bread is sweet to a
The
whoremonger.
Lord said all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. You know what that means? A whoremonger don't care if she's fat, if she's skinny, light-skinned, dark-skinned. He don't give a
I ain't
damn.
no whoremonger then.
Oh, you care. But you got multiple ones on your team, though, right? You got a lineup out here.
Why you keep saying
That's
that?
what you said. Yes or no?
I ain't got no line. I got a couple people.
You got a couple of them. Hey, that's more than one. And you're not married. Come on.
You know?
He will not leave off till he dies.
Until when?
He died.
Until he died. Because the Lord going to judge you. Keep going.
And man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness.
And that's your issue right there. You think that judgment ain't coming. So you'll turn around and go sleep with these other women. Man, who's seeing me, man? Ain't nobody judging me for this. My life is good. I'm able to go sleep with this one, that one, probably get some money from this one, money from that one, or I'm sleeping with this one and living with that one. Bruh, the Lord is going to judge you for that day.
What is nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.